Finally, the semester is over, the website is done, and all other loose ends have been tied up. My schedule is as clear as it can be. Nothing's in my way. I've been waiting for this opportunity for so damn long. You see, I've always wanted to make games, but I've never had the patience to learn how to by myself. Now that I've got all this free time, I'm gonna do exactly that and properly learn game dev. To fast track this and make interesting content, I'm challenging myself to learn an engine and make a decent game with it in 1 month. I don't normally give myself deadlines like this, but that's the reason I'm still learning this stuff at the age of 20. God. It's high time that changes. Ha! The engine I'm staring at is Godot, the slick little open source thing that all indie developers seem to love. I don't want to regurgitate the same talking points everyone else uses, but it is free, hella lightweight compared to Unity and Unreal, properly supports Linux, and is allegedly designed to be easy and intuitive to use. We'll see about that. So I'll start with Godot's official documentation. It's got a quick start guide and a couple simple tutorials in it. While I'm doing that, I'll tell you about my background in game dev so far. I've made a couple small games as assignments for university, one in Unity and Unreal Engine, but those were all basically built off of tutorials, and I didn't do much programming by myself. I didn't find those engines easy to use, and I have no confidence in my abilities using them right now. Oh, I also used to make minigames in Minecraft with command blocks, but come on, those are command blocks. They're so advanced that they don't even compare to traditional programming. And bam, it's done. I finished the 2D and 3D tutorials from the documentation. The first one is a simple game where you have to dodge enemies for as long as possible, and the second one is the same game but in 3D with a jump mechanic. The tutorials were really nice to follow, and Godot actually did feel more intuitive to use than both Unity and Unreal. They were right about that. I'm definitely still gonna have to refer to the documentation and other tutorials in the future, but this was a great quick start. Now let's see, I have... Damn it! So I spent almost the entire month working on these two tutorials. They weren't hard or anything, I was just procrastinating and spending time with my family because it was the holidays. It was a brilliant idea starting this project in the middle of December, I know. Anyway, the milk has been spilt. I have only 5 days to make a game if I want to honour my original time limit. I guess I can make a platformer, the classic first project of any game dev. On day 1, I made a new project and just sort of stared at it. I fumbled around the editor for a while until I made a character on platforms by smacking nodes together. These are the placeholder textures for the platforms and player. Look at me, draw pixel art, mum, I'm an indie game dev now! Day 2, I switched to using a tile map instead of individual platforms for the terrain. This made building a level much easier. Day 3, I added an angry enemy that walks left and right, bouncing off walls. Standard bad guy stuff. Day 4, I did nothing, I didn't even open Godot. Day 5, I let the player bounce on top of enemies and added a finish flag that ends the game and makes the player celebrate. And now to take in the overall effect. That's it? Needless to say, I'm not very proud of this, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun making it. It was satisfying to finally make a game by myself, even if it's obvious what went wrong. I botched several weeks of my time, and still only spent a couple hours a day on making the game after that. I'll have to work along on my time management skills. Okay. This is also my first time making content in years, so doing all this while recording it and planning out a video script and a blog post was a tricky thing to juggle for me. I'll have to learn to manage that more effectively too. This little stunt was sort of a pilot episode for what I'll be doing from now on. I'll be improving every time I upload, so subscribe if you want to see how I continue this. Oh, and visit my website where I have this video as a blog post and more content soon. Only lame people don't visit my website. You're not lame, are you?